In video 2 of gaslighting, I want to talk about the examples of gaslighting in relationships. Gaslighting in relationship involves a pattern of manipulation where one person subtly makes the other question their sanity, memory, or perception of reality, leading to feelings of doubt and dependence. So I'm going to provide some real-life scenarios here that illustrate gaslighting in relationships. 1. Denying or minimizing events. A partner might deny that they said or did something, even when presented with evidence, or downplay the severity of an incident, making the other person question their own memory and judgment. For example, they might say, "You're just overreacting. That never happened." Or making a big deal out of nothing. Another example is blaming the victim. The gaslighter might shift the blame for their actions or problems on to the other person, making them feel responsible for the situation. An example: "You wouldn't get so angry if you didn't provoke me all the time." Or, "It's your fault I behave this way." A third example: isolating the other person. The gaslighter might try to isolate their partners from their friends and family, making them feel dependent on the abuser. As an example, "Your friends are toxic and don't have your best interests at heart. You're better off without them." Or, "Don't go out without me." Another pattern is making the other person doubt their sanity. The gaslighter might subtly suggest that the other person is crazy, unstable, or simply mistaken. They might say, "You need to get your head straight," or "You're just imagining things." Another example: lying and manipulating. The gaslighter might lie about past events or agreements, or manipulate the other person into believing something that is not true. An example of what they might say: "We never said we would be exclusive. You must have misunderstood." Or, "I swear I did. I translated those documents for you and sent them in." Another example here: trivializing concerns. The gaslighter might dismiss the other person's feelings or concerns as unimportant or insignificant. An example of what they might say: "Calm down, I didn't do anything." Or, "You're just being too sensitive." Another behavior: emotional roller coaster. The gaslighter might switch between being affectionate and loving to being cold and dismissive, creating confusion and uncertainty. They might make you doubt your memory. They might insist that events played out differently than you remember, causing you to doubt your memory and your sense of reality. And last, love bombing, a common tactic used at the start of relationships that eventually involve gaslighting. Love bombing is when a gaslighter overwhelms their new partner with expressions of love and affection. So these are some examples of gaslighting that can occur in relationships. In the next video, we'll talk about gaslighting in the workplace.